Hey, what's up guys? My name is Dallen, and today we're going to be covering a character that means a lot to me. Wario is filled to the brim with personality, and I am more than excited to give my thoughts on Wario. For those of you who are new to the series, basically this is a chance for me to talk about a Smash Brothers fighter I like. If you have any interest in Wario or considering picking him up, this is a good rundown. If you've never played Smash Brothers, this is a great video to kind of understand where Wario is. If you're thinking about picking up Wario for competitive reasons, this is also a great video to gauge that, see is Wario going to be a good character for this, is Wario going to be a good character for that, all that kind of junk. And yeah, so it's mainly just a opinion video. There's going to be some tech in this video, but it's not going to be anything a new player couldn't handle. So yeah, let's get right into it. First off, Wario as a character is just kind of a funny guy. A lot of his moves are just kind of wacky, like this move here. Basically, just all of his moves. You see a lot of like squash and stretch for exaggerated animation, which is just kind of funny. It's just kind of a funny little thing. Wario's one of his best moves right off the bat. I love his animations. Is his neutral aerial, which is very reminiscent of King Dedede's, except because Wario is rather smaller than King Dedede, and you can even see smaller than Marth, which is like I'd say around the average character height. It's going to be a lot harder to just DI out of or escape out of. So it's pretty spammable, and it's pretty hard to avoid too. So if I actually go ahead and change shuffling to a lot, we can go ahead and see here how difficult he's going to have keeping up with that. You can kind of see right there he's struggling keeping up with that. I actually ended that off with a forward aerial, which is also going to be kind of good for that. It's good for edge guarding. There's back air, which does a lot of damage. That's going to be a good damage dealer. And then there's down air, which is also one of Wario's better moves. It's really good off stage. It's really good on stage as well. It's kind of hard to hit these computers. But if I go ahead, yeah, see, it's going to be difficult to hit. But when you hit it off stage, it's generally it generally leads to a lot. You can see that even killed, which is super funky. With shuffling on a lot. But yeah, those are his aerials. They're all really good. I'll say his neutral aerial is probably his best. If you can get down, if you want to practice with Wario, I would suggest going into training mode, learning how to spam neutral air, because a lot of players, both new and pro, just genuinely don't know how to deal with that. It generates a lot of pressure, and that's going to be really, really, really important. Down tilt's another good one. I used that earlier in the video. It's going to build up a lot of percentage. Down smash, I actually would not suggest very often. There's going to be a lot of moments where it's just not going to be super helpful. Forward tilt is going to be good. I used forward tilt a lot. I used to play Wario in tournaments. I've done it quite a few times. His dash attack is going to be really, really good. His neutral special is a move that I have never used in competitive play, like once. And I know that you should probably try and use all of your character's moves for the sake of, at the very least, mix-ups. But it's just a move that I don't get a lot of mileage out of. And that is going to take your opponent's percentage and heal yourself. And while that sounds super useful, in theory and practice, it's going to be very difficult to catch your opponent doing that. So just being able to grab onto that. So for instance, if he's only level 3, so this isn't gonna be a great example, but you're gonna be able to see right here, it's gonna be just a difficult move to hit. You're gonna need to, if you're going into an attack and you're trying to hit a move, you're gonna need to wait for your opponent to make a mistake. That's kind of it's a good punishing move, but other than that, it's not very good. It's not very good for a lot of situations. Like, see, that was a punish. That's kind of how that should be used. It's the only way I've ever been able to use it. That was a punish. It's not very practical most of the time. Because also, if you're going to punish, might as well go for a aerial attack that's going to deal more damage and string together your opponent into a more pressured state. So yeah, there's up tilt, which is going to be a great way to juggle. Same goes with up air. Those are both going to be super great. If I actually can go ahead, and I have tap jump on, so it's always a little bit harder to hit up tilt. But if I can, it's kind of hard to land. But it's when you're able to land it. If I go to stop, if you're able to follow that up with up air, you're gonna be able to juggle your opponent. See, that just got him down to like 80. And again, you can follow that up with aerials. But Wario's biggest strong points, in my opinion, again, it's just his aerials. His aerials are really, really, really good. Some of the best in the entire game. And there's very little end lag, and it's very hard to punish. You're very rarely gonna whiff an aerial. It just doesn't happen. Wario does them way too quickly. Along with it, so look, onto his throws, his up throw is going to be another good juggle option. If you can land those up airs, you're really going to need to practice that. But if you can land those consistently, then up throw is going to be a really, really good throw option. But it won't kill. There's forward throw, that's not great. And I believe back throw is a really good one from what I remember. It's been a good while. Yeah, see, back throw is going to be also a kill throw. I believe. I could be very wrong with that. He's at 160. Yeah, it's inconsistent. But I would suggest usually if you get a grab, just don't. Basically, they're all good. Just don't go for forward throw. It's not going to follow up very well. If you want some pro players to watch, I would suggest both Tweak and Gluttony. They're both really, really good Wario players. You'll get a lot of mileage out of watching them play the game. Now, onto his other special moves. His side special, he brings out a bike. This, just like neutral special, is a move I never use in competitive play. It just isn't very practical. There's not going to be a lot of times where you're going to want to rush at your opponent like that. It's pretty slow. Maybe you'll see a pro player side B just to get that bike out in between stocks. So if I can get that, you know, and then you can grab onto that and eat it. I wasn't able to do it there. But maybe that'll be a way to heal percentage in between. But other than that, yeah, you're probably not going to use side special a lot. It's going to be good for like casual opponents. A lot of people don't know how to deal with this, for instance. But if you're a pro player, you know to either shield or to attack from above, just like Min Min. And then there is the obvious waft. And as you can see, that killed mid-stage jet for 50%. Of course, that could have been DI'd out of. But it's good. You get it, I believe, once per stock is what it is. So I should have it now. Or maybe I need to get there's an invisible meter. I know that much. I've not played Wario in a competitive sense in a good while. I just genuinely don't remember. But it deals a lot of damage and it kills pretty early on. So yeah, Waft is gonna be good. I guess it trips opponents if you miss, but that's really hard to follow up with. They're usually gonna try get up attack. If you go for that, that's really good. Up special's pretty good. It's a decent recovery move. It's strictly horizontal, so it's not going to be great recovery. It's pretty easy to predict because you're going to need to be right underneath the stage. Because if you're right here and you up B, you can really only go, you're going to land somewhere in this general facility. So if I was fighting another Wario and I was coming like this, I would just down smash right here in the center. That would get you up some percentage, especially if you're coming in from here and you're only able to land right where I am right now. Because if you are attacked from that position, I can actually show you why that's a really, really, really bad thing to be, a bad position to be in. I can get him to side smash. That's gonna be really good. You're gonna see if I can do that, and he landed that. See how difficult it is gonna be to recover. It's just gonna be a mess because yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of options there. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of Wario. I'm probably missing something. Specials, smash attacks. I kind of went into. Out of his smash, I don't use Wario smash attacks like ever. Because if you want to kill, go for a dash attack is what I would go for, and then follow that with going off stage. But don't go too far off stage, because as you can see, his recovery isn't always gonna be there for you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Wario. He's a lot of fun. He's a extremely high tier character. He's very, very fun. He's just a fun character. And yeah, if you want to play Wario, this is a great character to play for competitive play. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.